Fish in the Wild West is brought to you by Sandy Point Resort. Experience Sandy Point Resort's year-round lifestyle along the shores of Gull Lake in central Alberta. Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destination International. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destination International and Thompson Camp.
Fish in the Wild West.
Welcome to this week's episode of Fish in the Wild West TV. This week we're on a trip of a lifetime in beautiful Northwest Territories at Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures. We're going to be three-way rigging monster lake trout in deep, deep water. Stay tuned for an amazing episode of Fish in the Wild West TV.
I see them all down there?
Yeah, I just had a bite there. There's one.
Got them?
Yep. And come back for it. The bottom is key.
Bottom is
Yeah, because I was off the bottom and had nothing. As soon as I let out about 20 feet of line and hit bottom, he took it, like right away. You know, hit bottom with the weights, reel it up 2 or 3 turns, and here at Nonacho, pretty much set the hook after that.
How long were we out here now? What, we just let the lines down for a minute maybe?
Just finished breakfast. We casted for a few pike this morning just for entertainment and come out here and made, not even a pat, we made
Not even a path.
4 boat lengths.
Yeah, nice.
30
There's
feet
some
from the
bubbles
bottom.
coming up. That's a good sign. That's
So
what
I'm
we
at
wanna see.
30 feet and Miles likes to let them it's nerve-wracking, kind of let them swim there for a bit and burp up their bubbles, especially on the big ones. There comes bubbles there.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
And right around that 30-foot level.
Yeah.
Right.
You can see them coming up. See the bubbles coming up in the water here.
It's nerve-wracking because you want to bring the fish up, and this is a good fish. But the most important thing is the fish. There's the head shakes.
And you can tell by the size of the bubbles too, usually what's the size of the fish. Like
This
so.
will be the first one of the morning. We got the potential to hook into 60 pounders here and larger. We have the potential of a world record in this lake. 9 feet.
Because a lake trout isn't always hooked the best. They don't swallow a hook like a pike.
Yeah, this is a really good fish. He's not the world record, but he's probably 20 plus. Yeah?
Yeah, you'd be right around
Awesome.
20,
Awesome.
18, 20
That's the
pounds.
first one of the
yeah.
morning. There he is. What do you think, Miles? He feels like 20.
Yeah, I'd be right around there.
Good, solid, hard fish. We're not going to waste much time. We're going to get him back in the water. He burped, as you saw when I was bringing him up. So, he should go down with no trouble.
There he goes.
There he goes, straight to the bottom. Holy cow,
Good
Miles.
job, Les.
Thank you.
I betcha. That's just the start.
That's our first lake trout of the morning. 4 or 5 boat lengths. Now, Miles, your guests come up, you will provide a guide,
Yes.
but the fishing is so incredible. Usually you just show them 2 or 3 spots and then they're free to go. The equipment you have here is safe and top notch, brand new Honda engines,
Yes.
and that's the results. So you can go guided or on your own. I want to get back at it.
Okay, let's go.
So Miles, we got ourselves a 20+ pound lake trout on here, but tell us a little bit about the history of Nonacho Lake and Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures.
Well, my family is, my grandfather came in here in 1957, and my father first set up the camp in 1963. We have a lot of history, the family has a lot of history in the fishing business up
And in the north itself.
in the Northwest Territories, yes. And some of that history can be found on our webpage, but you know, the fishing was so good here at this spot, at this lake, at Nonacho Lake, that guests just kept coming back. There's some guests that drove into Hay River from the States, wanted to place to go catch big lake trout. And my dad said, I know a fantastic lake. And my dad had tried, you
There's
know,
bubbles.
several other lakes, and this lake produced consistently big lake
Monster.
trout.
Big lake trout, such as this one.
Which is this one. Don't like to get the net in too early, but I got it hooked on the side of the boat. There we go. There we go. There's a nice one. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. My
job,
arms are
Les.
getting tired. I'll give you a little slack. Sun's come out. Big fish started biting. This is truly a trip of a lifetime for monster lake trout. And Miles says there's even bigger than this. We're gonna get him back in the water.
That's our third one this morning.
Third one in 4 casts, probably, or 4 passes. Away he goes right to the bottom.
Good
And
job, Les.
there's fish in here, lake trout in here, that will dwarf that one. Well, let's go find those ones.
Go get 'em.
Can't you make a call or something?
Hold your horses. We'll be right back. Closed captioning is brought to you by Sandy Point Resort. Experience Sandy Point Resort's year-round lifestyle along the shores of Gull Lake in central Alberta.
We just released, Miles just caught, and we released 22 to 25 pounder. Miles still wasn't happy. He wants a 35.
I get spoiled out here.
But like you say, we just turned, I'm on the inside of your turn, so it could be something as subtle as the, you know, the flutter of the bait when it slows down, or it could have been on the outside speeding up.
Look at them go.
We might be here for a little while.
I have to make more sandwiches.
Yeah, this oh, now he's coming back at me. Man, I have never, I'll be honest, Miles, I have never caught so many, and we haven't even caught the biggest ones that you're talking about. I've never caught so many big lake trout in such a short amount of time. I've never caught so many lake trout in such a short amount of time. We're not even showing you the, 15 pounds and less on camera that we're catching. We're 17 feet now.
I don't like to get the net in the water too soon.
We've seen the bubbles come up. I see my 3-way, and he sees the boat.
You got to watch now. You don't have to hold it out. The wind's blowing the boat this way. Yeah, there comes some more bubbles.
Here's my weights. I'm trying to bring them out to you. That's a big fish. Have you seen him, Ma? I just caught a glimpse of him. He's going back down.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. There we go. Oh, yeah.
I let you focus on the fish, and I focus on my weights not hitting you in the face. I still haven't really got a good look at him.
Yeah.
Gee, the size of the heads on him.
There you go. Yeah, I'm good.
Holy cow, that is, Miles, that's got to be close to 25 to 30.
Yeah.
That is a huge lake trout. Holy cow, what do you think?
Yeah.
You see a lot of
I
them.
see 27, 28 in there. Yeah. He's
Only
beautiful.
27, 28.
Look at the head on that.
That is a monster lake trout. We'll get him back in the water and catch some more. Holy cow.
How thick that back of him is, yeah. There he goes.
Just sitting here.
There he goes.
There he goes. Thanks for being a part of my day, buddy. Holy cow.
Well, should I say let's get another one?
Yeah, that was literally back to back. 25 pound, 28 pound.
Yeah.
We're all fishermen here. I'm gonna probably go 30 by the time I get home.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Welcome to this week's Bass Pro Shops Gear Talk. Let's go through some of the gear that we used at our trip of a lifetime at the Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures. The heart and soul of our setup here our Abu Garcia line counting bait casting reel. This allowed us to know what depth we were at when we were fishing, and even what depth we were at when our fish were coming to the surface. Spooled with 30-pound braid all the way down to our first 1/0 barrel swivel, which is then coupled to the 1/0 three-way swivel. Three-way rigging is often referred to as a poor man's way of down rigging, but it's very effective, inexpensive, and landed us a lot of big fish this week. Tied directly to the three-way was 25-pound mono to either the red and white Len Thompson number 4 or the legendary 5 of Diamonds number 4. It was hard to change up our lures because they were working so well. Off the bottom end of our three-way, just anywhere from 8 to 12 inches, was a heavy weight just to bounce along the bottom. And as you've seen in the show, being contacted with the bottom was key. Anytime we lost the bottom, we weren't catching fish. That's what we used this week on our trip of a lifetime, three-way rigging for lake trout. This segment has been brought to you by Len Thompson and Northern King Lures. This segment is brought to you by Wild Guide Magazine and Rock Guard. Put him back in the water. There he is. John, how you making out, Miles?
Nice. He's back down to 50 feet here.
This a good one?
Hi. It's okay.
I released a 3 or 4 pounder over there. Miles says it's okay, so it could be anywhere from 20 to 35. And then Miles starts counting them as great fish at 35 and up. Up come the bubbles. I see your three-way weights. I see color, but I can't. Oh, it's just like a great white shark, Miles, that's all. Oh, holy cow. That's a big fish. You just saw the 3-pounder that I released on this side. We had a double header, and it was just seconds when Miles said he had a hookup, I hooked up. So I had a 3-pounder there. Miles has got 20 plus here. They're stacked up down there together. This is incredible.
Okay, go ahead.
Miles a little played out, but 27 pounds. We took a quick measurement. But he gave Miles quite a fight. Let's get him back in the water. Nice fish, Miles. And Miles still wants a 35 to 40 pounder.
There he goes.
There he goes, right to the bottom.
Good job. Thanks, you guys.
Oh man. Thank you. I got no words. And I write articles. You just got to book a trip here. This is amazing, amazing. I don't know, Miles. Say something, because I'm just stunned for words.
I get that.
Incredible fishery.
I get that often when your people are speechless. So glad you're enjoying it, and I just want to keep.
Yeah.
I want to try to get that 40 plus here.
Yeah. Book your trip with Miles. Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures. Stop and see him at the trade shows.
Yeah.
This is a trip of a lifetime for the fishing. Family can come here and just enjoy, just take a break for yourself from the real world and relax and enjoy some fishing. And if you're not an experienced lake trout angler,
we'll help you.
You will be when you leave. Let's get another.
You have no choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles got a big fish on here. He's about 30 feet from the surface. He's got sore arms. I caught 4 in a row, Miles, and I was winded. So now you know what it feels like. Like you didn't know before.
Hey, here he comes.
Here's a swivel. Yeah, that's another big fish. Holy cow. They're all huge. Just had one hook in them. Perfect. Hold your trophy up, Miles.
Okay. I want you in here too, Wes. I like to support his belly as soon as he comes up a bit. There we go.
That's awesome. It's not every day you get to fish with the owner of the lodge, and catch these back to back. This is incredible.
How many is this for you today, for us?
Well, not even a day. It's like 2 hours and 8 or 9 of these in 2.5, 3 hours.
There we go. Put him in gently. There he goes. I'm tired.
2-hour workout here at Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures. That's it. Gym membership complete.
Conservation Corner is brought to you by Hull as Wealth, aligning your financial future so you can spend more time outdoors.
You know, your big fish, small fish, you keep them in the net, take the hook out at the side of the boat while they're in the water. Like you said, they're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Not only for these big lake trout, any species of any size. That's a great way to protect the fish. And you know, you don't take them out of the water. We've even showed that you can weigh them in the net. Get your camera, get the hooks out of them, get your camera ready, quick picture them back in the water. It's a great way to protect your fish.
Hold your horses. We'll be right back. This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs and Tourism Saskatchewan.
And there he goes back. They saw the boat. Another really nice lake trout in the net. Whew. It's quite a chore on your own. These are big fish. Put this down, get it out of the way. We'll get the hook out of them in the net. Actually, hook already came out. Oh no. He's healthy, he's upright. Let's find we got the hook out of him safely in the net. Probably 16, 18 pounder. And we're gonna put him right back in the water. And away he goes, safe and sound. A lot of work netting it by yourself, can be a little nerve-wracking, but rewarding and a ton of fun. This is, I think it's roughly noon. We arrived at this spot at, I'm just guessing 8:30. And aside from all the fighting of these fish, like there's 13 or 14 big fish, over like 18 pounds up to 30 pounds that we've caught in that amount of time, not counting, you know, the numerous 6 to 10 pounders that are down there with them, and a couple 12 to 18 pounders that are all stacked down there. We even it's just crazy. It's a crazy fishery. 30 feet. Oh. This is a great, incredible. There's my 3-way. More bubbles coming from them. And that's another monster lake trout. That's got to be 30 pounds. You got to do this by yourself. Find ways to get her done. Okay, we got him out of the net, hook out of him, and we took a quick measurement, and he was 22. He's quite a bit shorter than the others we've been catching, but they're fat. They're gonna spawn here in September. We're now roughly mid-August, so they'll be full of eggs. We want to put these beauties back. And there she goes. And we honestly just pulled up. We just got our weights down and got everything situated. We went not 2 minutes and bang. And I thought I was hung up on the bottom. I was just about to tell Miles to stop and back up, and my rod fought back. And this is the result. Well, you can see down, well, right now, 12 feet, and I can see them. Like, that's how clean and clear the water is. Holy moly. Holy Miles, that's got to be 30.
She's a nice one.
Holy
nice one.
man, Miles is gonna haul him. We'll weigh him. As long as Miles says he's healthy. This is the monster we've been looking for, and we've caught many monsters before him.
Just caught on one little. There we go.
One little hook of the Len Thompson. Must be the angler. Hey, Miles.
Yes, that's good. We're finally getting you trained.
Yeah. 32 pounds. First one of the morning, Miles. And there's bigger in here.
Another good start.
Let's get her back in the water. That's a beautiful fish.
Odd, isn't it?
That is an amazing fish. And a trip of a lifetime with Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures. That fish there, we might catch another one back to back. You might even catch those on double headers. Telling, if you want to experience some lake trout fishing at its finest, book a trip to Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures.
New lakes and miles I've driven.
Our trip of a lifetime with the Nonacho Lake Fishing Adventures in the Northwest Territories has come to an end. I'm your host, Wes David. Join us next week for another episode of Fish in the Wild West TV.
What matters most is that I'm all alone. Living a dream, fishing the stream. Fishing the streams, living a dream. Living a dream, fishing the streams. Fishing the Wild West.